Georgia state rep announces a plan to introduce a marijuana legalization bill. Some Atlanta pharmacies will start selling cannabis-infused products to patients to meet a strict set of criteria later this year, but some who could benefit say the red tape has made it impossible to get legally. Led by Democratic State Representative Eric Bell, a coalition aimed at reforming Georgia's weed laws announced at a news conference on Friday that they're taking their fight to the Gold Dome. In the quote, they says, "We believe in restorative justice and decriminalization of cannabis in Georgia," said State Representative Bell, announcing plans to introduce a bill reforming the state's weed laws at the start of the next legislative session. Under the state's current law, before the end of the year, qualifying patients can buy low-dose THC oils at some pharmacies. But the new Georgia Protection Action Fund argued the law is way too strict, adding that anyone else with the plant in all but 12 Georgia cities are considered criminals. But that's just 2% of our cities, said Tika Tinsley, an activist in favor of Bell's bills. The other 98% unfairly target black people, even though blacks and whites and other races in our demographic statistic use marijuana at similar rates. A clinical director at a Metro Atlanta methadone clinic said her patients don't qualify under the current law but could benefit tremendously. Individuals that we serve that have successfully refrained from the abuse of illicit opiates now find themselves in the battle with the stigma of THC use, said Jolyn Alfred, the clinical director at the Lakeland Centers. Earlier this year, a bill similar to Bell's went up in smoke in a committee, but the activists said they plan to turn up the heat on lawmakers this session. And they say, "We demand expungement for petty marijuana offenses, more opportunities for black Georgians to start medical marijuana businesses, and, of course, full legalization of marijuana in Georgia." The coalition has an incredibly uphill battle at the state capitol, especially without bipartisan backing. They would need the support of at least some Georgia Republicans who have been very reluctant to come out in favor of relaxed marijuana laws as of yet, and yada, yada, yada. But what do you guys think about this? Georgia could possibly have adult use. I don't think they're days and months away from this even being a possibility of a reality, but it is a headline today. You got silent crickets on this, huh? Interesting.
Seeing regressive right-wing Christianity continue to hamper the people of the South from experiencing moving into the future.
Moving into the future? You mean like in an RV?
They'll get it eventually. I'm sorry, what, Jay?
You mean like in an RV moving into the future?
I just mean like smoking some weed and chilling the fuck out with all of their weird hatred and their attempts at Christian Sharia, etc. You know? Mm-hmm. I'd like to see a government in America that was really into policing and regulating corporations and allowing individual freedoms instead of vice versa, how it has been.
I'm surprised to hear that you're into a society that's all about policing.
Policing corporations, meaning keeping corporations from polluting us, keeping them from
people. Corporations are people.
They're not. That's one of many legal fictions that we're forced to endure currently. Yeah. And if the corporations are people, man, a lot of them need to be locked the fuck up. So how do we do that?
Oh, man.